Hello and welcome. My name is Deborah Arbenlow and I'm a blogger and photographer for Second Life. Today I'm going to be showing you the new Genesis Bento head, which is a recent release for Bento in Second Life. I was requested to do this tutorial by someone in the Genesis chat because the HUD is not in the demo, so you can't really tell what you're getting just from the demo itself. You can play with the head, but you don't get to see all the HUD options. So my first impression of this head was that it does not come with a skin, so it is less expensive than the Leluca and the Catwa skins, heads, not skins. So it cost 3,400 linden at the time of this video. There's a 15% discount on it right now, but even after that it will still cost less than the Catwa and Leluca heads. However, if you don't already own a Genesis skin or you just happen to want the new skin, you will have to pay to get a skin for the head. So it is less expensive, but then you end up spending some lindens on a new skin anyway. Also, even though this is backwards compatible with the 2.0 Genesis skins, there is a whole new skin applier for 3.0, and it has the benefit of this right here, cleavage. So you can use the 2.0 skins on this head. However, if you want the advantage of these new 3.0 push-up skin appliers, you will have to use a 3.0 skin. So to use a 2.0, any of the older Genesis Labs head skins, you need to use the 2.0 appliers, which did not include cleavage. The 3.0 do not match the old head skins, so even though it's compatible with them, the new applier won't work for it. So you have to use 2.0 head appliers with 2.0 body appliers, and if you want cleavage you have to upgrade to a 3.0 skin, otherwise it will not match. So this is a 3.0 skin that I'm wearing right now. This is the skin that is released with it, the Eva skin. So for this particular skin I can use these appliers here. So you can see it has a natural contoured, which is just like a slight cleavage, and then push-up cleavage, which is the one that I just showed you. So on to the product itself. One of my favorite things about this head is she updated her hair bases. One of my biggest pet peeves with the previous Genesis heads was that the hair base did not extend far enough into the forehead, and it did not look very natural, and it was not tintable. So this is all new. There are 5 different bases, so you can click on each of them to see different parting areas. Pretty much anything you could need in a hair base. This one is my favorite, and then this one here is like all back ponytail style. And it's tintable, so here I can color it if I want to. Now, anytime I see tintable, the problem I have here is blondes are a little more difficult to do, especially on pale skin tones. But that's just the nature of tinting. It's not really to do with the actual product. I do find this HUD to be a little bit glitchy. I'm hoping that it will be updated. It gives me a script error when I open it, and there are some issues with the HUD overlays, I think, where sometimes when I click on something, I'm clicking on something behind it on accident because of the way that this is set up with the tabs. So that's just something that you may run into with the HUD. I still think that this is a really good HUD, and I think that they did a really amazing job, but I think there will need to be some updates. So teeth and tongue wise, you got different teeth and tongue options. You have a bloody tongue, darker skin tone tongue, lighter tongue, bloody teeth, slightly off white teeth, white teeth. You will also have to apply an ear color, which this is all of the Genesis ears that it comes with. And then lash wise, there's a bunch of different lash options. So you have these here, lots of different lash options, and they offer both black and brown lashes, but there are no tintable lashes, which is a shame. So if you wanted to do like white, you would not be able to. So that is a little sad. But I do really think that these lashes are lovely. So, and then down here I'll show you brown as an option as well, which kind of a weird look, but it's nice to have an option other than black. I wish that they were tintable, but I still think that they're pretty good. Alright, so eye-wise, I'm wearing the violet eyes right now. These eyes, to be honest, they're just amazing. They used materials enabled mesh, which I will show you shortly. I'll show you the materials enabled part, because right now I have my ambient light up high so you can't see it, but the eyes glisten like real eyes, and they're really just amazing, and I love them, as you can tell by how I'm gushing. So this is the genetic tab. So this is basically changing eye color, ear color, teeth, the beauty marks. They have moles of all kinds. There's a bunch of different moles. Here's more moles. The benefit of this is not Omega compatible, so you are limited to the skins that you can use, but because she offered beauty marks, you don't have to worry as much, because if you want freckles, she's got freckles. If you want moles, she's got moles. Here's a basic freckle. Here's another freckle with a little bit more, and then here's a full face freckle. So she did give those options in here, which makes it's a plus when you're dealing with an Omega, something that's not Omega compatible, because you can't apply everything to it. So that's one of the negatives of the Genesis heads, is you can only use the Genesis skins or third-party skins that are compatible. But for me, because the skins are just so beautiful, it doesn't make a big difference to me, but I know for other people, they want that choice. You can also hide the eyelashes if you would like to, and click it, and then click back one of these if you want to get your eyelashes back. Alright, so next up, let's do the settings. Oh, the other thing I want to mention since this popped up is this does increase your avatar complexity quite a bit. I would say it's probably about 60K worth of avatar complexity, but in my opinion, it's worth it. And I know that there are a lot of avatars that cost way more than that. Just keep that in mind. If you're doing this, if you're wearing this, you may want to wear a hair that doesn't cost as much ARC, like a truth hair, like the Ekatura hairs, they cost a lot. So you want to try and keep your avatar rendering costs down a little so people can actually see you. Alright, so here in the settings section, so we were in the genetics section, now we're in the settings section. So there's animations here, static poses here, static eye, mouth, eye rotation, blink, Second Life default eye blink, so this is the mesh eye blink for these. This is default eye blink, talking animation, neck fit, different special options for teeth and tongue, for fangs, braces, piercing, and then skin shine, which I will show you, which is materials enabled. So one negative I have for this is when I change something on here, it undoes all of the animations. So if I want to open my mouth, my eyes no longer are static. The eyes also do not work, these particular eyes do not work with this HUD here. I haven't tried with regular eyes, so I'm not sure if it's because there's like an animation override that I can't turn off or what, but the eye HUD doesn't work. You have to use the eye HUD here. So when you click the center eye, it will make your eyes stop moving. But anytime you change anything, you have to go back and fix your eye rotation when you're dealing with static poses. So that is a little irritating, but I think that probably that will get fixed in a future patch. So we will just have to see how they handle that. Alright, so animation-wise, these animations are really lovely. So we've got this sort of like what face, basically. Let me put my lips to normal. So this is just sort of speechless, like whatever. Then we've got basic smile, big smile, I really love these animations. She did a great job. Sort of a kissy face. Winky face. Big smile, winky face. Angry. She did such a good job with these. Surprise face. Sad face. Sleepy. She yawns. I love that too. This is really great. Tongue out. Licking the tongue. I like this one a lot. It'll replay again if I let it. It's so funny. So that's like the basics of it, and it will keep playing like this animation if you let it. So unless you turn it off, it will keep going repeatedly. It's like a loop basically. So if you want to turn it off, you're going to have to go into your static poses for your whole thing and then click your eye rotation. So that's sort of the negative, is having to reset every time you want to change your animation. So that's a little irritating, but it's still pretty cool. And then you've got your eye blink. So if you want to have her making like normal eye motions, you can just click that on play. Just has her kind of looking around and blinking. It's very natural looking, although she does look a little bit confused. And then the talking animation is included. And if I wanted to change my teeth, I could do that. Oh, I think I'm already wearing those teeth. Yeah, super white, less white, just typing. Bloody teeth. I don't know if it will show the bloody teeth on here though. Oops. Ah. I ruined it. Let's go back. See, even she knows I ruined it. Alright, so bloody teeth. Really, I think this is meant to be worn just with the fangs, so you'd have to go here and change them to fangs. Oh, I keep doing that. I don't know how I keep messing up my screen. And that fangs with blood. So that's cool. And then you can also have, let me go back and change this back to regular. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about, where it pulls up things from like behind it. That's a problem. So there are some things that they need to work on, but for the most part, I'm really enjoying this head. Let's see, braces. It doesn't seem to put on braces. I haven't tested all of this stuff yet. Gap tooth. So I'm not sure what the braces deal is. And it's got the tongue piercing. I haven't tried that either. I can't really see it. No, it is in there. So, let's see. Tongue piercing. So that's cool. And you can tone it here. So that's cool too. Oh, you know what I think might be the problem with this? I think I might need to make it metal. No, still not working. I'm not really sure how to get the braces working. Okay, so we'll go back to static eyes. Alright, so that's like the basics of the HUD. There's also makeup layers here. So you've got lipstick. If it wants to load for me. Contours. Blushes. There's all kinds of different options in here. You even have, there's even like a sort of sunburn option. It's like So many different things that you can do. I'm a real big fan. And then you can also enjoy some eyeliners. I have noticed that the eyeliners sometimes have like a little glitch in the eye corner. Actually, it might have been fixed. There was a recent update. Yeah, I think maybe it was just my viewer before. So a bunch of different eyeliners. So here's one. Next, we'll just go through them real quick, cycling. Bunch of different eyeliners. You know, I really like her eyeliners. I think she does a great job with them. So again, with all of these options, it helps to soften the blow of not having the Omega option, because she gives so many options already. I mean, obviously it would be nice to be able to have appliers for everything, but this is pretty rad. So just basic liners. Lots of different basic options for liners. Love it. So many things. See, now I'm just playing with them. I better stop. And then eyeshadows as well. These are sort of eyeshadow slash liners, so they don't go cross. You choose one or the other. Bunch of different options. Even brightly colored ones. So, all in all, really a gorgeous head, including the HUD options. So, if this wants to res, it would be great. So, beyond that, the other thing that people asked is how well does it change? How well does it change when you are doing the sliders? So, we'll go to edit my shape. So, head, small head, big head, stretch head, squash head, more round. I mean, it's got a lot of options here. Forehead, chin heavy, flat head, long head. We don't want to shear anything. If it's more vertical or sloped, that can help you when you're trying to fit hairs. Brow size does work. Obviously, you don't want to make your brows very big though, because they'll run right into your lashes. Cheek puffy works. You have puffy cheeks if you want. Sunken and well fed works. Cheekbone highness, it's good. If you have it too high, obviously it's going to start running into your lower eye, but eye-wise, lots of ability for movement here. Anime eyes, you're going to have big old alien eyes if you wanted. Little tiny eyes. Look like a walking meme. Eye opening, narrow, wide. Obviously, if you go all the way down on the slider, you're going to start having some issues. This looks like the actress, the French actress. I can't remember her name. So eyes, eye spacing, no problem. Total alien. Now, one problem I do have is the base mesh for this, the eye corner is already up. I like to have eyes that are a little bit more almond, so when I reduce this, it pulls the eyes down and not more up. So you can't make too much more of an almond appearance, because the base mesh, you already have the corner up to get it to look the way that you want. And then you can do corner in like down or up. Stretches a little bit though. Eye depth, bug your eyes or not. For the most part, you don't really want to use that much. Eye fold basically closes your eyes, but it does work in that way. Eye bag, just like all other bento heads, it just sort of drags down your eye bags. So it works a little bit, but for the most part, mostly it just helps you if you want to make a squinty look. Puffy eyelids, just sort of makes them bigger. Lashes don't matter. And we're not going to do the pop eyes. Ear size works. Tiny ears, big old ears, Dumbo ears, whatever you want. In and out does not work. It's normal with Bento. Attached earlobes does not work. Also normal with Bento. Flat ear tips, you can do this, but it doesn't make them actually pointy. It just makes them go higher. Nose. So nose size, make it nice and big if you want. Nose width works. Nostril width works. Nostril division. Bulbous nose. Upper bridge. Let me get slightly to the side here. Upper bridge high will help you get sort of a little bit more of a Roman or Greek nose if you wanted. Lower bridge. And you're going to have to modify them together if you want to modify this one, for instance, because you can see it starts pushing into the nose. So you have to be a little careful with that. Bridge width, let's go back over. Bridge width, little, big. Nose tip, upturned, downturned. You could have a total witch nose if you wanted to. And just like with any bento head, the base mesh is very important, so there's only a limited amount that you can do with the head. Make your nose tip smaller. See here. And you can make it crooked if you want to, but I don't suggest it. Mouth. Wide lips, narrow lips, if you want a permanent pucker. Lip fullness works. You can make them look really ridiculous if you want. Fat lips works. Again, you can make them look really ridiculous. Lip ratio works quite well. Mouth position, again, works. Corner up, corner down, kind of works. Once you get into the upper ones, it just sort of makes you look like you have a Joker face. But it does work a little. Lip cleft, you can make it deep if you want it like super ridiculous, but it does sort of make your nose change a little. So it's sort of pushing into that mesh. Lip cleft, you can have it wide or narrow. It doesn't really make a difference until you start putting this up though, so you can start to see it. If you want something that looks silly like that, Shift mouth works, but why would you do that? Kind of looks like Bewitched though. Chin, they have a really nice chin on this. You can have Jay Leno if you want, you can go small if you want, square, pointy, lots of options there. And changing your head shape itself will also help to assist in this. So if you want something heart-shaped, you make your head a little more round and your chin a little more pointy. You have to combine sliders in that way. Chin depth, make it bigger or smaller. This does drag the lips down a little, but that's fairly normal across bento heads. High jaw, low jaw, basically, you can see here, double chin and then like no chin. Overbite, underbite does work, but why would you do that? Jowls does not do anything. Chin cleft does not do anything. Upper chin cleft does not do anything. And chin neck does work. So if you wanted to increase the size of your chin, you could do that. So that's like the basics of that. So now, looking at this head, let's take a look real quick at the skin shine. So I'm going to turn it up a decent amount, and then I'm going to turn on my photo tools, enable my advanced lighting model, and we're going to put on something that will give me some shine. So you can see my body shine and my face shine are up. So when I look at my avatar, I can see the materials giving sort of a pour effect. And the eyes as well have the materials enabled. How awesome is that? So you can see that shine on them. So the whole skin you can make super shiny, like crazy sweaty if you want to. Or just slightly shiny, or you have just sort of a subtle shine, or even less. I mean, it's got a wide range, good spectrum there. So I think the materials are really awesome, and part of the reason why her avatar rendering cost is so high is because she puts a lot of effort into the modeling, and she doesn't reduce her mesh to the point where it's really low in rendering cost, but you get a little bit more definition, in my opinion, in the face itself. I think that this face has more depth and a more real face look than the other bento heads on the market, but at an increased rendering cost. So this has been a really long video, but I think that you have the gist of everything that you can get with the Genesis Bento head. So I hope that you enjoyed this, and if anyone made it this far in the video, I will be shocked. But I hope that you enjoyed it anyway, and I will catch you next time. Thank you for joining me.